Good afternoon, everybody. It's September 1st. That means it's football season. Today is Sports Talk. We'll be meeting and talking to Coach Marchese about the upcoming football season. Working with me today is Fred Roselli. In the center is the man with 35 years coaching for South River, Rich Marchese.
Gentlemen,
welcome, Coach.
thank you.
Coach, what keeps that fire burning? You're 35 now.
Yeah, I think it's. Man, I still remember when I started. I didn't think I was going to be doing it. No one can ever say how many years, but still learning stuff, still teaching boys football, and I think more so than that, teaching them life skills, extension of the classroom. See, there you go. What did I just say? Extension of the classroom, being part of a team, being disciplined, and life lessons, and
Still gratifying.
when I get tired, and I'll retire. I'm good. We just had 4 weeks of camp, and it was a grind. It was hot. Everyone knows it was hot, and we're ready to play this week.
Well, you're getting ready to play. You're going to be starting off your season with an away game. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about the restructuring that they did. Your group that you're in, what's it, Colonial Gold. Not taking anything away from any of the teams, but boy, that's top-loaded there. Just some Del Val, Voorhees.
When the schedule came out, I called the coach and AD, and I know him pretty well, who was in charge of the whole scheduling, and I voiced my opinion. I was not happy. I said, Scott, you're messing with us here, because I know technically we're a Group 2, but we have Group 1 numbers, and we really are a Group 1 football type team. So I said, I hope we can, when we're going to Bernard's coming here with 65, 70 guys. Del Val have 65, 70 guys, and it's
But not even local squads.
Yeah.
there's no rivalry.
Yeah.
There's really no rivalry.
No, that's
We used to have rivalries with Keyport and Keensburg and Asbury and Shore, and of course Spotswood, Metuchen, even Highland Park. But going to Del Val and some of them schools, Arthur Johnson, there's no rivalry.
for the fans out there. The new Colonial Gold consists of South River, Barnard's,
They're good.
Boundbrook,
They're okay.
Voorhees,
They're good.
Del Val.
Real good.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
I mean, and then you got 4 that are quote non, but it's a big mix. Like I said, if it's locally, you get more fans there. People are easier to go to. It's tough.
Go play somebody around here. Go play Colonia or Woodbridge.
Had a lot
We
of
used to
great
do
times
that.
over
Burt
the years.
Danboy.
Yeah, all around.
I got to be going to the Delaware Water Gap, Del Val or New Hope.
You lost a lot of players, a lot of key players. New players are working their way up the ranks. Thoughts about how they are 2 days away from opening day?
I'm real happy with this group. I'm real proud of this group, man. There's been no monkey business. There's been all work. My seniors are leading extremely well, and that's all I can ask for this group, and real fun to coach. My coaches have been working hard, and everyone knows, I'm going to keep saying it. It's been hot, man, out here. Some practices we've been starting before 9, 8:30, 8 o'clock just to get in, get out from the heat, but we've been doing a really good job. This is a really fun group.
Numbers, a lot of kids, a little bit lean this year.
Numbers are 32, 33, 34. I'd like to have near that 40 mark because, people do get nicked up and that type of thing, but it is what we got. It's what we got, so it's what we got.
Talk a little bit about some key positions. Who you anticipate your starting quarterback's going to be?
Well, Parker Lane is probably going to be my quarterback. He's my starter. He played all JV last year. He was a sophomore last year. He's a junior. He's a tall kid, big kid. He does a good job. He's understanding the offense more and more. A couple of my receivers, Joe Lepore has been outstanding preseason so far in terms of the offense and just being a leader. Mikhail Janis, another slot back for me, has been doing a really good job. And Big Joe Lakatos up front, a senior 3-year start, has been doing real well and really helping that line.
Got to ask you about one that's going to hit home. How about a center? You had a pretty solid center up there these last few years.
Yeah, Matt. And Matt is up at FDU.
I wish him nothing but good luck.
He's been up there
Played
since
with a lot of heart. Boy.
August 10th. He's about number 3 on the depth chart, had 5. So he's doing a good job.
Who do you have filling in his slot now?
Carl Nielsen.
Okay.
Carl Nielsen. Big Carl's doing a good job. Sophomore. Big kid, short, stocky kid, just like Matt was. And we've got a lot of sophomores playing, and they're getting better every day. We had a couple kids come out another young man who was a sophomore, Eddie Herrera, who never played football before, has had like a really outstanding preseason camp where he didn't know how to tie his shoe in the beginning, and he's like working his way into like the defense and offensive game plan right now. So that's the type of team we have, and they're growing and getting better.
Your defense pretty much settled out for your linebackers, safeties, whatnot.
Yeah, another young guy, Philippe Granadero, in Marcus's footsteps.
Marcus, there you go.
Probably playing. He's going to be playing inside linebacker for us. And there's sophomores all over the field, but that's what we got. But they've been getting better, and that's all we can ask.
JV squad.
We're going to have a JV squad, no doubt, because a lot of those guys that play on Friday night and Saturday are going to play on Monday because here in town, and we have low numbers.
Yeah, numbers.
You know, if you're a freshman or sophomore, you play on Monday. So that's what we're going to do. Repetition just makes them better.
And I see it, you know, you're in a little better boat than what I've seen at the scrimmages. A team like Dunellen, I think they had maybe 20.
Yeah, well,
I'm guessing Highland Park is in the same shape.
Highland Park I saw last week against Metuchen. They were a JV type team. They look like there's a lot of freshmen and sophomore out there.
Yeah.
So they've had trouble getting numbers out the last couple of years.
Their numbers were about like ours. They had about 33, but look extremely young. And Metuchen had a pretty good game against them.
Metuchen always gives us trouble, and we're going to talk about that in just a few moments here. That's where you're opening up. First game of the year, this Saturday, 1 o'clock at Metuchen. Thoughts about that game? You scouted them, obviously.
Yeah, they really
play.
They ran a lot of power stuff inside. The quarterback will run before he throws. I don't think the quarterback's going to beat you with his arm, but they have 2 or 3 backs they shuffle in and out. Kind of slow and slog through it. You know, we're going to be a little bit more faster than them. We're going to try to run a little bit quicker pace offense, and hopefully we can catch them that way.
Type formation you're going to play on offense and defense this year?
Type of formation, we'll go from power to 2 tights and I backfield to 4 or 5 receivers.
So you got a lot to mix up.
We're going to mix it up.
Okay.
Simplicity, but we're going to show you a lot of stuff.
After your opening game at Metuchen, you come back and be playing at home on Saturday, September 10th, at 1 o'clock game, Bernards.
Well, I don't know much about them this year, Fred, but they have a pretty good program.
Pretty solid.
Pretty program. Yeah, they had 65 guys suit up last year against us, and they're going to be good. We're home. It's an advantage, so hopefully we can catch them.
You pick up a third game, but your third game is your second home game in a row. You're going to be against Bound Brook on Saturday, September 17th, the home game.
I believe Drew Pearson's going to be here for
Drew's
that.
supposed to be here. There's going to be some special activities for Drew going on that day. So hopefully that'll really fill the stands for us.
A couple good things about that. We just found out today that Bound Brook does not have a JV team. So that's telling me right now their numbers are pretty low and you can't field a JV team. Hopefully we can catch them. I did see, I was talking to Roscoe today. You know Roscoe Wiggins.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, Drew's coming for that. And we've seen him a couple times in the past month or two. It's always awesome.
And that's a nice breakfast to have with the players.
Yeah.
Home game. I remember last year before, when he was here, he was in here sharing everybody, talking to him. They were all trying the Super Bowl ring on and all.
Playing catch in the gym.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
That's nice. Right after that, you got an away game, but it's going to be what I call a rivalry game. That's a big game you have year in and year out. You got an away game with 1 o'clock at Spotswood.
Yeah,
Spotswood's a tough one every year.
No trouble getting our guys up for that. On the road over there, they're a spread team. And they graduated a number of guys too. So, you know, it's a winnable game for us. So it's some of these games that we got to win. We got to play well.
After those 4 games, you're back home again. Saturday, October 1, you got a 2 o'clock game, probably because of SATs or something. But you're coming in against Voorhees.
Voorhees is an up and down team. I think, you know, they'll be 8-4, 8-3 one year, and the next year they'll be 2-7 opposite. So hopefully we can catch them on that lower rebound.
Then you come against what I think is one of the power teams in that conference. There's going to be Del Val. It's an away game on Friday, October 7th. It's the only Friday game you have. But Del Val's got numbers.
They got numbers. They have a really good program. A lot of kids on the team. Always pretty good team. So we're going to have our hands full over there.
You wind off the season with your 7th game's an away game. It's a 1 o'clock game against Governor Livingston on October 15th, Saturday.
Governor Livingston, same thing, like a hot and cold team. One year, one 8-3, 3-8 type thing. So is that at our place?
No, that one's away.
That one's away.
That one's
Okay,
away.
so we got to play a road game. We got a road dog and try to get a win here.
And then you end up the season, which is a little unusual. You're ending it up on October 22nd, which is also going to be the homecoming game here at South River, A.L. Johnson.
We played well against them last year. Their triple option, dive option. We usually prepare for that pretty well. The way we teach it to assign, you got to tackle the quarterback. He's got to tackle dive. He's got pitch. And we usually do pretty well. But they were young last year, depending on how many guys they have coming back. So,
Is it sinking in to the younger kids, South River tradition?
we try to talk a little something about that all the time. Like last week, a couple of the guys said, "Coach, tell us one of your stories," because I got a lot of them from the years, and even today.
A lot of tradition back then you can't do anymore.
Oh,
And I'll say no more.
I remember when I was a sophomore getting initiated. It was
Different.
unbelievable. And then
Different.
when I came home,
Different.
my mom knew something was up, and she goes, "What's the matter? What's the matter?" I didn't say a word because I was part of the Rams at that point.
That's it. That was all family, all kept in family.
Oh, yes, it was.
I laughed watching the last scrimmage, and the athletic trainer going out there with a thermometer.
Yeah, like a ball measures the humidity and dew
And if
point.
it's too much, you got to rest for a longer period of time.
Well, that's not going to happen Saturday.
I mean, the years ago, right when you played for Wild Bill,
I was just going to say,
After
if you
the
go to
game-
Wild Bill.
after your scrimmage, you went up and down the hills for
Yeah, we had 3 a days too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I told
Forget about doubles.
I
You see
told them
triples.
today's September 1st, so I said this is when we would start. September 1st.
Yeah.
And we'd have a week of 3 a days.
Yeah.
Just don't have the numbers. The state is involved now with heat acclimation and how many practices in a day, and it's a different time.
Coach. What about your special teams? How are we this year?
Kickoffs are not to the goal line, but they're getting distance. Mikael's doing the kickoffs. Our kick return team, and our punt return team are, I think, pretty explosive with Darius Armstrong and Joe Lepore back there. Our punt game, we're doing some rugby punts.
Yeah,
And the thing which is a pain for other teams is we can go to the right with Parker or left with Joe. So that's
That's
a pain.
good.
That's a pain to prepare for.
and you're giving your punter that leeway on the rugby punt. That
well, we'll have
if he sees some opening, he's going to take off and
yeah.
run.
Parker's going to take off. Joe will take
Right.
off. No problem. If we need 5 and if they turn their backs or if they don't cover the guys out
Right.
there, we could dink it to them also.
Sure.
So there's about 3 options we have.
Strongest point of your team right now, and what you think is the part that you really got to work on.
Strongest point right now, I think we're a together team, man. We are a together
You need
team. Again, my seniors have been doing a really great job steering these young kids and not by yelling at them, but by doing it by example. The seniors are carrying bags. The seniors are helping with the water, and it's just a real team effort. That is our strength right now, just being together.
Weak point in experience.
Yeah, inexperience, and that's going to come. We got better from day one. We got better from last week. So hopefully we can keep progressing that way.
With your scrimmages, that's what they need. It's one thing
Yeah.
when you're scrimmaging your own team, your own players, but you got to have that the opponent there, whoever it is.
It's
You gotta
totally
scrimmage
totally
them.
different. Yeah,
Yeah, they need that.
scrimmaging somebody else.
Coach, we wish you the best of luck. We hope things go well for you. After the season, we'll talk a little bit more before we get into the playoffs and all. We wish you nothing but good luck. Congratulations coming up to year 35. That's a very. I saw your rank. More than X number of wins, working your way up that ladder. It's got to be a nice feeling.
You can't coach this long and have X amount of wins without having a good horse in the race.
But you
And-
got to
and-
also
and-
love what you do.
And I've been lucky to have great coaches coaching with me and great players. And the players I remember, not only the ones that score all the touchdowns, but the seniors that are maybe just on kickoff.
Yeah.
And they come every day to practice and they love it. And they're as much part of it as Drew Pearson or Kenny Jackson or anybody.
They play for the heart of it all.
Yep.
It's amazing when it goes on like that you can get that year in, year out, and make it work. Coach, we wish you nothing
Thank
but
you.
good luck. Stay healthy and
Good luck,
everything.
son. You bet.
Coach is going to be leaving, but as we always do, we're going to do an interview with all our seniors, or many of them, here in just a few minutes. TV 35 will be right back with you.
Welcome back, TV 35. As we had the opportunity to interview Coach, we talked to him about what the season was like, offense, defense, and all. What we always like to do is turn around and meet our seniors. We try to give them as much time here, and you get to recognize them without the helmets on. Got some of our players coming in now. Welcome to TV 35. Introduce yourself to the fans out there.
My name is Andrew Stafaro. I'm a defensive end and tight end for the South River Rams, and I've played varsity football for 3 years now.
You like playing defense? You
Yeah.
like playing offense? What do you like better and why?
I like defense a lot more because it's more aggressive and it's more higher pace. It's faster paced and it's quicker, so it's more fun.
You got 8, 9 seniors there. Are they able to lead? A lot of sophomores, a lot of younger kids up here. How's the leadership going right now?
I think we're doing a pretty good job leading the young group of guys that we have. We graduated at least 15 seniors last year, so it was
A lot of slots to fill.
yeah, it's a big difference, completely new team. So I think we're doing a good job with it.
I throw out the word tradition to you in South River. What's it mean?
Tradition is everything here. Everything. I mean, growing up here in South River my whole life, I think it's every little boy's dream when we're playing football behind the stands. It's just all we ever wanted to do was be a Ram. So growing up and being a senior,
Where
it's
the
kinda-
horns?
yeah, it's kind of crazy now.
We wish you nothing but good luck. But before you leave, it's a question we ask every senior. We know what Coach's answer is already. So Coach ain't here and we ain't going to tell him what you said. What is the most important game to you this year? I don't want to hear it's the next game. Which one team are you looking forward to playing?
Spotswood.
Why?
Spotswood, easily. They're
Why?
our biggest rival. We want them every year.
You had the good luck of get at least playing 3 years. You got both ends of this thing,
Yeah.
fortunately or unfortunately.
Yeah, so.
Good luck to you. Have a
Thank
safe
you.
seat. Whoever's next, come on in. Welcome to TV 35. Introduce yourself to the fans.
My name is Joseph Lepore. I'm a slot receiver and safety.
I asked this to all of the players, and when you're from a small town, you play both sides. What do you like better, safety or you like the
I like
offense?
receiver.
How about the quarter issue? You got a new quarterback, new in the sense of what you've had for varsity in the past.
Mhm.
Thoughts about your quarterback? Developing?
Yeah, he's doing good. It's a lot to learn all the plays, especially with our playbook. It's a lot to learn all the plays, but he's doing very good with it.
Are you been able to work with the quarterback as well as the other receivers? The guys, again, the seniors that are there, they always look for that leadership.
Yeah. We've everyone's working together. Everyone's trying to make each other better every day. So
Thoughts about the team as a whole this year? Are you where you think you should be, or you still got a little bit further to go?
we're really young, but I think we're doing a lot. I think we're going to be good. I think we're developing each day, getting better. every
Ready
day.
for Metuchen?
Yes, definitely.
Like I said to the other gentleman that was here, and I'm going to ask the others, the one game you're looking forward to and why? You don't have to have the same answer as everybody else.
Probably Spotswood.
Why? Tradition?
Yeah, it's every year. Gotta beat them.
What one thing of tradition do you think of most when you think of South River?
I know we haven't had it, but it's gotta be breakfast before the games.
Okay. Well, hopefully that's going to be back. We're hopefully done with the pandemic, which will make it a lot better for all of
Yeah.
us. But you're right. That is. And if it should happen, I know this year there's going to be a special guest coming one of the weeks. I can't tell you who it was, but it was one of my classmates here in high school. But when he comes around, you'll recognize him. I'll guarantee you that. Good luck to you and have a safe season.
Thank you.
Come on over, guys. You're talking about me being a big guy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Anybody bigger than you, I'm glad to meet you. I like to be on your right side. Introduce yourself to the fans.
My name is Joseph Lactos. I'm a 3-year starter for South River High School. I
Yeah.
play O and D tackle.
Before we get into your position and all, that name rings a bell. Got some shoes you're following up on that have played here in South River?
Yeah, my brother graduated 2019, I'm pretty sure. And he was a defensive end and was also a tackle as well. And I do have some shoes to fill.
Probably not as good a tackler as you are, though.
Nah, definitely not.
What side of the ball you like being on more?
I definitely like offense more.
Why?
Defense, I guess you get to be more aggressive. You get to tackle people, but I like defending and like blocking. It's a lot more enjoyable for me. So I just like offense more.
What's it like? Been playing there now 3 years, starter, new quarterback coming in. Usually if it's somebody that you've played with for a while, you know what's going on. You just know from having played together. Tougher with a new quarterback or tougher with a new backfield?
Not really. The plays are similar. It's just we have a young team, so it's just a learning curve and learning their blocking assignments for the new linemen that came up. Like I said, I've been starting for 3 years, so I'm used to the plays. Just helping the other guys get used to the plays and everything like that.
On the offensive end, most of the starters, sophomores, juniors, seniors.
We have I think it's 2 senior linemen, and then it's 1 sophomore and 1 junior lineman, along with the centers and sophomore.
Good working with the underclassmen, trying to get them ready for it.
Yeah, definitely. There's good work, good chemistry between all the teammates.
Thoughts about a big game coming up? If you had to pick that one game in a season that you're looking forward to, who is it, which team, and why?
Like the other two, it has to be Spotswood. It's every year. It's our rivalry, and like you can't just not say it's not Spotswood.
It's funny, but none of you guys would remember myself and our station manager, Art Lendensky, when we grew up here and when we were in high school. Spotswood went to school with us. So you never had Spotswood as a rival. They were a football player next to your basketball player. It's a little different. It's odd when I often hear. And many of the kids over the years all look forward to Spotswood game. And it's comical to me because when we were here, they were teammates. Wish you nothing but good luck. Stay healthy. Thank you. Come on over. Welcome to TV 35.
Thank you.
Indicate your name and your positions.
My name is Connor Costa. I play receiver and outside linebacker.
Thoughts about the team this year?
We have a really young team, but coming out there every day, putting work in, and we're doing good so far.
You like either side in particular of the ball playing, and why?
I prefer defense. I like the aggressiveness of playing defense. It just is more appealing to me.
Is the defense as a whole a lot of younger players, or do you have a lot of seniors out on the field at the time?
We have a decent amount of seniors, but we also have a lot of younger players working in and getting reps in on that side of the ball.
How about the leadership end of it? Getting through to the younger guys, and I don't mean it in any of a negative way, but I mean where they're developing.
Yeah, I feel like our seniors and upperclassmen are doing a good job of getting everything across to the younger underclassmen and doing a good job of leading them.
As a senior, is there anything in particular about tradition that was South River tradition, maybe whether it's unique to the football team or that you've learned here at school that you take with you?
I think in general, like, we're a really small town, but we have a really close-knit community. So we're all just really close and we were just built on tradition.
Last question I asked, just like the others, favorite game or a game you're looking forward to the most and against who?
It has to be Spotswood. They're just our rivals, and everyone looks forward to that game.
We wish you nothing but good luck, stay healthy, and enjoy the season.
Thank you.
Welcome to TV 35. Introduce yourself to the fans.
My name is Jaden Rodriguez. I play tight end and defensive end for the Rams, and this is my first year as a football starter for the Rams.
Thoughts about first year here? You're a senior. How do you find it?
It's an honor to play for the Rams, for another sport other than baseball. You know, I've played baseball all my life, and I played football too, but
Not a bad baseball player. I've seen you play a few games.
I appreciate it.
A little bit of talent here, right?
Thank you. Yeah. But yeah, it's an honor to play for football. You know, my brother played. Yeah, football is a staple in South River, and it's awesome to play for the Rams.
For you, it's a little bit different. Some of the other seniors may have played 1, 2, 3, 4 years, or 3 years. You're coming in as a first year. Was there anything in particular that you thought you could contribute more to football than another sport, or was it that you had a lot of friends that were playing this sport, or you just had that hunger to play football?
I would say the hunger to play football. It's different than baseball. It's more aggressive. It's what I love. I've watched football all my life. But yeah, I would say the more aggressiveness. I just wish I started earlier. But
Can't go back and change.
yeah, I know. But yeah, it's definitely the aggressiveness and the tough-ness and grit.
I've
Like
seen you
that.
play baseball. You got a lot of talent, you got a lot
Thank
of
you.
athleticism. Keep
Thank
that in there. Last thing that we ask all the players, that magic question, which one game are you looking forward to and why?
I would say Spotswood, but I'm gonna go on another note and say Bound Brook.
Why?
We play last season for baseball. We played Bound Brook and got a little rowdy and a little hectic. We lost to them, unfortunately, but I'm ready to take out that.
Take out that playing football.
Yeah,
that's
play
that's
out
the reason
football.
you went out this
Yeah.
year, to be a little more aggressive. with it.
Play in Bound Brook.
We wish
Thank
you
so
nothing
much.
but good luck. Stay
Appreciate it.
healthy.
Thank you.
Welcome to TV 35. Introduce yourself to the fans out there.
Hello, my name is Najee Smith. I am a first-year offensive and defensive lineman. And, well, this is my first year, and I'm ready to go hard.
Now that you've gone through some of the tough practices and that heat and all, what side of the ball you like being on better and why?
For me, I would have to say defense. I love defense. I love to just run past people, try to push them out of the way, use all my strength, and get to the quarterback and just get sacks or try my hardest.
How are you developing, being it's your first year and you're also a senior? A lot of the underclassmen will often look up to the seniors, and you're not maybe as well versed as the other ones that have been playing for 2-3 years?
I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm learning a lot of new things. I am getting helped by all of my seniors and even some of the underclassmen who know more experience than me. And I feel welcomed. I feel appreciated, and I'm trying my best, just like everyone else.
South River is a long-time school of tradition, going back to when some of our great players played, whether it was Alex Wojciechowicz, Drew Pearson, Joe Thiesman. He was always Thiesman until he went to be a Heisman winner. But what means tradition to you having to do with South River?
Tradition? I mean, tradition will have to be like just the energy here. Everyone's always excited to be here. There's a lot of it feels more like a family here sometimes, you know what I mean? Especially with the sports. And we all try our hardest to lift each other up. We might come to a volleyball game or a football game. We all just are connected to an extent when it comes to our athletic players.
What's the one team you're looking forward to playing against, and why?
I would have to also be different and say Metuchen. It's
Why?
my first game, my first real game,
Okay.
and I'm ready to perform and try my absolute hardest to win that game.
Well, good luck to you. I hope you have a great season. Stay healthy.
Thank you.
Welcome, TV35. Introduce yourself to the fans.
I'm Kiefer Kennedy. I'm an offensive and defensive tackle for the South River Rams. This is my second year playing.
As I asked the other players that play both ways, you prefer playing defense or offense, and why?
I'm going to be honest, defense, not really good at offense, so I
Okay.
rather just
Nothing wrong with
go
that.
through.
You like the contact.
Yeah, I like the concept a lot more.
And you got a little bit more leeway on defense than you might have on offense.
A lot more.
The team that you have right now, a couple of returning players in the defensive linemen, some new players, are you starting to gel together?
Yeah, we're really starting to work together and learn with each other and learn how we play.
How about adjusting to new quarterback coming in? You've had another quarterback that was here for a number of years, new running backs and whatnot. Does it affect you much, or just do my job?
No, actually, I played JV last year with the quarterback that plays now.
Okay,
So I kind of got to learn how he played.
that's an advantage to you.
Yeah, and it makes it easier.
Last question is one we ask to everybody. Which one game are you looking forward to, and why?
I'm gonna have to say Spotswood because the hype last year for the game was immense, and I look forward to it this year too.
Well, I hope you have a victory on it. Good luck to you and stay healthy. Welcome to TV35. Introduce yourself to the fans.
My name is Jimmy Grinchuk. It's my second year playing football. I'm a lineman and I play defensive end on defense.
Again, preference to which one you enjoy more, offense or defense?
Defense?
Why?
Tackles.
Tackles, that's it.
Sacks.
Stop them there.
Of course.
Defensive squad looked pretty solid this year. You did lose a lot of key players from last year in your line and whatnot.
Yes, sir.
Thoughts about the defense end only as a whole?
Don't matter. We're going to work hard on the field, off field. We bring each other up. We're going to play good this year.
Any team in particular, not your favorite team, that early on in the season you wish they were later in the season so you could have more experience playing them? Makes no difference?
Yeah, honestly, we good.
What's the one team you're looking forward to playing this year against, and why?
It's possible.
Tradition?
Nah,
Why?
talk too much.
Talking too much.
But we take them to the field,
And take them to the field to show them.
of course.
You're going to be showing them, I think, at their field this year. Away
Yes, sir.
game. That's where you want to hand it to them.
Of course.
Good luck to
Stay
you.
home.
Have a safe game. Have a safe season. Come on in. Welcome to TV35. Introduce yourself to the fans out there.
Hi, my name is Ryan Godinho. I am O and D tackle.
As I asked the other linemen that are here, do you prefer being on the offensive side or the defensive side?
I'd say defense. Slot. You just got to run in and tackle the quarterback. It's
That's
the
all.
easiest one.
Easiest thing in the world. I don't know how these guys in the pros have any trouble. It's an
Yeah.
easy position to play. Thoughts about the defensive squad this year?
Well, yeah, they're really big guys. They're probably gonna hold on their own, and we're gonna do really great.
Feelings about the younger players coming up, in the sense of sophomores and juniors that may not have as much experience. Seniors working with them a little bit more.
Yeah, seniors are working with them, and they might get yelled at a little bit, but hopefully they're gonna learn and they're gonna do great.
Do you think the team is ready for this Saturday, or has still got a little bit more to pick up the game with Metuchen opening season?
I think we're ready. We've always been ready, and we're gonna be ready when we get there.
The magic question, which team are you looking forward to playing and why?
Spotswood. Everyone is so excited to play against Spotswood as Matterlaw gets excited.
Enjoy it. Good luck to you and have a safe season.
You too.
Let me get my buddy over here and bring him back in for a minute here. Art, you heard about the players. We heard the coach talk about the teams. Your thoughts about the upcoming season?
It's going to be an interesting season. Young players, some new teams or some teams that we've played occasionally. Tough conference.
Real tough conference.
Starting off against a team, Metuchen, who showed a lot against Highland Park last week at 40-6. That doesn't mean that they're going to be the Central Jersey Group 2 champions.
Coach Marchese doesn't
Yeah.
show it all out in the scrimmages. We know that.
Right. I, do the scrimmaging filming for the coaching staff, and I saw some good things. Our season's going to depend on the quality of the other teams. I think our team will progress and get better as it goes along. You're going to hit a couple rough spots because of more players, bigger school. Some of these teams like Del Val and all that, they get from more than one town.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of
They'll come in
regional.
here with 40,
Yeah.
50 players.
Right.
They're ready to go.
Healthy.
We got to stay healthy.
I saw the kids give a good effort in the scrimmages. I know they still need some work. Nothing that a win won't help.
Especially early in the season.
Right. Nothing that a win won't help. But they look like a very smart bunch of players, strong bunch of players. Just have to watch the normal things that seem to be normal for South River. The deep outs, the secondary has to be on it. Just playing smart, third and short, stop them, get the ball back. It's tough this year to predict any kind of a number because right now I haven't even seen a lot about the other teams.
The teams that are coming in that are Colonial Gold
Right.
have me concerned. A, because you don't see them as often. B, even if it's an away game, you got a lot of traveling to do.
Right.
Barnards, Voorhees. Del Valley, I think, is going to be one of the toughest games,
Right.
not only for this year, but in general. Del Valley.
People don't understand
Number.
riding on a bus for an hour
Yeah.
and 15 minutes to get to the game affects the players and all that. They're not sleeping and taking a nap on the bus, and just getting yourself acclimated to a new field and a new team. And I don't know if we ever played Del Val before.
Not that I know, but I can check. I got all
Yeah.
kinds of notes on
Right.
the teams we've played over the years.
But, we've taken tougher opponents and surprised them. So it's just a matter of how well they listen to their coaches and execute.
I honestly think if they come out with a first game win, Metuchen, that's going to be the boost the team needs.
Right.
Not the coaches, the team needs.
Absolutely.
You always hope, but you don't know how well they develop. They could scrimmage all they want until you're out there playing Ram football. And whether it's fourth down, fourth quarter, yard or two to go, it's not the time you want to learn. It's the time you got to execute. It's going to tell you a lot.
Right.
Players this year lost a lot, which happens. We've been up and down that way.
Right.
You and I have been doing this 25, 30 years. We've seen the best of them and the worst of them, but they've always had heart.
Right.
Guys
And-
always had heart.
And they have a great coaching staff that prepares them. They just have to listen to them and execute. That's
Coach
all.
Marchese's not
You know,
around for 35 years because he's a scrub.
And go past, Coach Marchese, Musanti, and all.
Musanti, yeah.
They know what plays to call, what series to call on defense. They just got to do it when they tell them to do it.
My attitude has always been with the coaching staff, probably with the exception of Matt Musanti. These guys are homegrown.
Right.
Most of these guys out there, when it was Bobby Young, when it was Joey Young, you had Lepore, you had players. These are guys that went through the maroon and gray. They played on the field. They did what it had to. And it's different, in my opinion, where a quarterback coach is a guy that played maroon and gray. They know what it means to wear that helmet. They know there's a target on you the day you walk on that field. But that's when only the cream rises to the top.
And the question is going to be the team that makes less mistakes than the team that wins.
That's always been a tough one.
All they got to do is listen to their coaches and execute.
And the big one is games 4 quarters.
Yeah.
You could be down, you could be up. Till that buzzer goes off at the end of the 4th, you got to
Yep.
give it all you got. All right, I think it's going to be an interesting season
Yep.
for us. We're looking forward to it. Hopefully our Ram fans are also looking for it. You'll see Art and I there all the time. I throw this out every year. You can stay anonymous. I would like if you can give to me what you think is the greatest South River team of all time. You can go back to the 20s and 30s. Art and the people that know me know I got stats on all of them. But I want to know who you think and why. Give me some numbers. A lot of people come up with that big year when Joey T was quarterback and all. I think they went with 5 or 7 shutouts, gave up more than 1 touchdown once. There's a lot to it. You give me what you think it is, and we'll talk about it. There's no winners or losers here, but I always like to hear everybody's opinion. Art?
And in 2 weeks from Saturday, the first home game, come on out. It's a nice way to spend the Saturday. They fixed some of the planks in the stands. There's nothing like a South River football game. Give these young men your support, and they're going to give you 110%.
And if you could support them all, and there's only a few games you could make, I'm going to give you a hint right now. Try to make the September 17th game. It's going to be a big one. One of my classmates is going to be here. When you see him, you'll know him right off. And it's a great time for him, for you, for everybody. Ram fans are here. You're not only a Ram fan when you're winning, you're here all the time for them. On behalf of myself, my good friend Art Lindensky here, special thanks to Rich Dudas and the rest of the crew. Thank you and goodbye.